TYT Sports, everybody. Ben Mankiewicz, our producer, Jason Rubin, is here as well. So last night ended really perhaps the most dominant 7-game series final the NBA has ever seen. This series was more dominant than those Lakers sweeps of the 76ers and the Nets. I guess they didn't sweep those series, now that I think about it. I think one of those teams won a game, one game won somehow. I can't even, but you don't think of those as competitive series. This wasn't a competitive series. The Miami Heat, the LeBron James Big Three Miami Heat, are on the wrong side of the most dominant NBA finals in history. That, to me, is the main story, almost bigger than the Spurs, because the Spurs have set themselves up as a team that will never get as much credit as they're due. And that's why they're that good. They are so deep. They do everything so well. Their offensive efficiency is off the charts. It's almost hard. You don't even know where to begin the praise. And in fact, symbolic of not even knowing where to begin the praise is the discussion of the finals MVP, Vashawn Leonard, as I like to call him. So Kawhi Leonard was incredibly dominant in this series, but he wins the MVP after games 1 and 2. He scored 9 points and had 2 rebounds in 40% of the series. Games 1 and 2 are over. 9 points, 2 rebounds. And you're telling me that guy comes back and wins the MVP of the series? After that, 23.7 points a game, 9.3 rebounds, and whatever. He shoots 69% from the field. I mean, an incredibly dominant performance by the Spurs, top to bottom. All 4 of their wins for the first time in NBA history, more than 15 points. The only game they lose 98-96, and a game where they missed 4 free throws and appeared to fall apart after Mario Chalmers gives Tony Parker the elbow. Didn't appear to fall apart. They did fall apart. They hit free throws. They sweep this series. We don't even get to a dominant game 5. What they did to the Heat in games 3 and 4 in Miami, just remarkable. And the Heat, in the end, have won 5 NBA titles. But their average margin of victory in the 4 wins, 18 points a game. 18 points a game in the 4 wins. Offensive efficiency, any playoff series this year, the Spurs' offensive efficiency, 118.5, highest in any series they had. And the Heat's defensive efficiency was, and the Spurs' defensive efficiency is 101.3. So their offensive efficiency, 118.5. The defensive efficiency, 101.3. The Heat comes in at 113.7. Which was the best in the playoffs coming in. They shut them down on defense. They dominated them on offense. They assisted on 66.5% of their baskets. 2 out of every 3 Spur buckets were from an assist. Each stat I read, I feel like, is more remarkable. They shot 53% as a team in the finals against the Heat. And as I said, plus 70 point differential. 72 in the wins, 70 overall because they had the 2-point loss. 214 points they outscored their opponents by in the playoffs. They were just completely dominant. Vashawn Leonard's final I did it again. Unbelievable. Kawhi Leonard's final stats in the series: 17.8 points, 6.4 boards, 1 steal. But it's the 23.7 and 9.3 in the last 3 games, the games that the Spurs absolutely dominated in addition to Game 1. I was stunned by this series. Here's what Tim Duncan had to say about his teammate, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi showed up in the last 3 games, just played out of his mind. He's not worried about just doing the little things. He wants to do it all. He plays with a confidence that's just amazing. I'm honored to be on this team right now because he's going to be great for years to come. That comes from Tim Duncan, who has been so great for so many years. You wonder what Duncan's final decision will be on continuing to play.